Welcome back, guys, to another Palworld Raids video. First of all, I wanted to say thank you very much for the feedback on the microphone. My microphone and headset are kind of cheap, just a cheap wireless headset. But I found a way to kind of make it resonate a bit better with my voice. So we'll be testing this out in this video. So I appreciate the feedback. Keep it coming, please. Always looking for ways to improve on the content that I make for you guys. So on this video, we're going to be going over the AoE and dragon clearing capabilities of Absolute Frost, which is a breed-only skill from Palladius, and Meteorain, which is a breed-only skill from Jetragon. You can only get it by breeding it down from Jetragon. For the test, we're going to be fighting regular Xenolord. We're going to be doing 3 fights each with each type. So we have 3 Xenolord tablets up here and 3 down here, so 3 and 3. And a shit ton of revival potions because we're going to be going until they die and they're reviving them. For the test, all Jormuntides are going to be using either Absolute Frost or Meteorain, no other skills. They all have Mamore's Curry, and they all have Healing Potion. We will be fighting the regular version of Xenolord, not the Ultra, obviously, because I don't have that many. I just don't have that many Ignises. I don't really spec into this pal very much, and I only have 7 of them in the Meteorain, honestly, and then the rest have Absolute Frost. Now, I will say this. A lot of people breed Absolute Frost into this pal because they use it to fight Xenolord, which is, makes sense. It's a nice skill. However, Absolute Frost, for all the hype, it is a random skill. It doesn't always connect very many times, so it can be random. And its AoE clearing capabilities, I suspect, are not as strong as Meteorain. Let's go over the skills. Meteorain is 55 cooldown, 160 power. The power is misleading, though. 50 cooldown, so the cooldown difference is negligible. However, Absolute Frost does freeze. Meteorain does inflict burn, which is nice. And Meteorain, I suspect, is better against single targets. So we're going to be evaluating the two with a very, very favorable situation for Absolute Frost, obviously, because Absolute Frost is a nice skill, which Xenolord takes extra damage from. Meanwhile, he only takes neutral damage from Meteorain because he is both Dragon and Dark. So he's, he resists Dragon technically, but he's Dark, so he's weak to Dragon, cancels out. So neutral damage against Meteorain. And for the purposes of the test, we're going to be comparing how long it takes the 7 Jormuntides to get to the first summon adds, or just to die straight up. We will be starting the test with the 3 Absolute Frosts and comparing here. Now, I will say this before we get started. If Absolute Frost cannot outperform Meteorain against a dragon, then it will very rarely outperform it at all. That's because, obviously, he's going to be taking extra damage from Absolute Frost. So if Absolute Frost cannot take this in this situation, which is very favorable to it, then we can conclude that Meteorain is just a better skill. So we're going to get the first 7 Absolute Frost pals here, and some of them, and then back off. Not really going to be doing a lot except trying to get a good vantage point here. Alright, so we've got the first wave of Absolute Frosts here. A lot of damage, 3,000 per hit. As you can see, it's kind of varied. And the reason we're going to be doing 3 fights per is because obviously a lot of it is RNG. Sometimes Xenolord will choose to fuck off. Oh, what was that? Okay, Palpods are getting burnt, that's okay. We just have the Palpods for healing after each fight. So we've got the first fuck off here, what I like to call the fuck off skill. He just fucks off, goes back down. Alright, and then we've got a bunch of them that are pretty hurt. Ooh, wow, he really didn't like this guy. Oh my god, did you just bug out? Oh, please no. Okay, that would have been a huge waste of time. So we've got another Meteorain there that went nowhere. We've got another second round of Absolute Frost, pretty good damage. I'm going to be backing off here, I don't want to get the boss's attention too much. Oh, that was aimed at me, Jesus. Alright, boss, I'm not sure what he's doing. Beam Slicer, okay. Alright. So for the first round of Absolute Frost, it looks like he made it down to 1 million HP in 1 minute and 20, sorry. And by the way, I will be going over the numbers for this at the end. I mean, I'll be sharing the numbers in the description, but we're going to be doing the testing live because I think that's more fun. All right, damage looks pretty good. He's fucking off again. Okay, a bunch of them should die here. See how a bunch of them are, some of them are, I think, stuck in the end there, so we're actually going to go ahead and replace these guys, bring them back. Destroy that. So we're gonna put back the ones that are still alive, because I don't want them to get. I don't want the stuck to affect the test here. Although that might affect a little bit since he's targeting me, but it's okay. All right, so Absolute Frost made it to. I think this would have happened anyway. Absolute Frost made it to the first stagger here, which is a good sign. We've got ads coming here. This is a very important part of the test, seeing how well Absolute Frost can appear. Ads are looking for me, so I'm not thinking they're going to do anything. All right, so I think that's it. I think they're not long for this world. He's going to get rid of them here. Okay, so Absolute Frost in 3 minutes made it down to 800k HP, 888. So we'll be writing that down. All of them are dead. So we will be destroying Palbox here. Rebuilding Palbox. Let's get our builder pal here. Oops, oh actually wrong. And then we'll be clearing out these guys. Unfortunately, stuff respawns. Okay. So as we can see here, the first do I have another one? No. Okay, as we can see here, the first 7 Jormuntides are dead for Absolute Frost, so we'll need to revive them. And for that, we have a lot of revival potions, and then we're going to have to wait a bit for them to come back. Okay. Okay. Let's get these guys healing, revive these guys. Poor Jormuntide, it's a punching bag. Okay. Alright. So we're going to wait a bit. We're going to wait until they're at least 10k HP. And then we're going to get our builder pal out to do some repairing. Let's get a water pal out. Do we have anyone that's water? I think I have Polaris Aqua. Yeah, let's just use these Polaris Aquas. Put them in the back. So they can put out fires while we heal. So once again, I really appreciate your feedback. It's very helpful. I did a bunch of tests with this setup. I just have the microphone a little closer to my ear, and it sounds a lot better. All right, looks like a bunch of fires are out. And I don't really care about those materials or anything, so we're going to be putting the Polaris Aquas back in the box, down here. All right, and then we should have, let's put these back in the bag too, not needing them. Okay, we should have these guys fairly healed up. They still have their healing potion and their curry, but just in case, I'm going to bring them up to full, just in case, for comparison purposes. A lot of curry, a lot of healing. So this is going to be the second test of Absolute Frost. Live on video. Okay. So let's get our Absolute Frost buddies here again. And let's get another slab in. Okay. So Absolute Frost test number 2. Okay, we got the first wave of Absolute Frost. As we can see here, see how he decided to run? So the fact that he ran diminished the damage a lot. This is what happens also with the RNG nature of it. Meteorain is harder to get out of, in my opinion. Let's make sure we can track the boss's health here. Oh, charge cannon. Meteorain. Which is actually, I think, one of Xenolord's strongest skills. It just deals so much area of effect damage. It's actually one of the stronger skills in the game, in my opinion. We got hit there. Let's back away a bit. Okay, we've got a second round of Absolute Frost. A lot of damage coming in. And once again, we're testing this with just Absolute Frost and basic attack. There's no Air Blades and Holy Burst to make the fight go faster. It's just skill against skill. Now remember, Absolute Frost already did make it to the first dagger, so we have that. So I wanted to expand a little bit on why I wanted to run this test for personal reasons also. Consider this: if Meteorain performs the same or a little less than Absolute Frost, then is there really, like if it performs the same, let's say it performs the same, is there really a reason to breed Absolute Frost into Dragon Pals? Because if you think about it, Absolute Frost is really gonna shine against dragons. That's what it's, you know, they're weak to ice. But Meteorain is gonna shine against dark types, which are very common, and it would outperform against non-dragon types too, if it outperforms here. So, got a Dark Beam aimed at me, and a burn. Let's get a healing. Just want to try to get the boss's HP bar. So we have a lot of casualties here so far. I think first stagger's coming up soon. We got another Absolute Frost here. Isn't doing much, unfortunately. Okay. Should have first stagger soon. Charge attack, charge cannon. Didn't do much. Okay. We got another fuck off attack. 3 minutes in, he's down to 900k, 990. Okay, a lot of casualties, so it's not doing too hot here. Another Meteorain might take care of this Jormuntide. Alright. So Absolute Frost didn't do well here at all. They're all dead. Didn't even make it to the first stagger, so that was pretty bad comparatively. Let's rebuild here. Yeah, that was not good. So as we can see here, there's a lot of RNG involved with Absolute Frost. I mean, with the fight in general, but RNG. Alright, let's get our builder here. Let's resurrect the pals first and foremost, so they start healing. So that's Absolute Frost test number 2 is down. Also, you guys should draw your own conclusions from these too. I'm just doing this as a showcase. Let's resurrect these guys, and then while they heal, we're gonna rebuild some structures. Okay, and they still have food buffs and stuff, so it should be good there. Okay. Let's get Nightmare out. Rebuild a pal box. Okay. Okay. Let's get the final slab for Absolute Frost back in. And check on our pals. Alright. Looks good. So yeah, the second, maybe it's because I didn't really go in to reposition them, but the second test didn't really go that well. I was kind of afraid that they got stuck. They would have gotten stuck on the wall there, because sometimes Xenolord pushes them into the rock. All right, at around 10k HP we can go. $10,000, 10,000, 10,000. $10,000. Okay. This should all be healing back to full here. They all have potions. Let's do Absolute Frost number 3. Fuck off attack number 1. That's pretty bad actually. It's a waste a lot of time. But it is part of the fight. So we can see there that Absolute Frost didn't really do a lot. Ooh, that's nasty. Nasty. Looks like the boss is stuck on the PAL box. Oh, nope. Dark Beam here, that's not going to do a lot. We caught a bunch of people over there, it's funny. Alright, we have another Absolute Frost. Oh, unfortunately, a lot of clumping up here. But it's counteracted by the fact that this guy's on his own here, drawing attacks. So yeah, Absolute Frost test 1 and 2, test 2 and 3 aren't, nothing spectacular really. This guy's gonna eat a Dark Wisp and probably die. Okay. Alright. Got a charge cannon here. And a fuck off attack. I think a lot of them are gonna die here. If he doesn't make it back down in time for the second Absolute Frost, this might be just two of them down. Another wave of Absolute Frost here. More down. Yeah, so this time Absolute Frost, obviously kind of tainted by the start. Let's just wait until these guys die. Or actually only one remaining. And that's it. He's done. Alright, let's reset the PAL box. Alright. So pretty good benchmark there of what can happen. Obviously if the RNG disfavors it, then it's not good. I think we should do one more Absolute Frost test because I was thinking also, I intervened in the first one, and that means that I reset the pals, so they're gonna have they had a free round of Absolute Frost there. So let's actually reset these guys. Oops. Do I have any medicine here? Yeah. Not that it matters too much, but let's reset food and HP. Let's do one more Absolute Frost. I think it's fair. Let's also reset their HP, their healing and food buff. Not that it's going to matter a lot. But we're going to do one more Absolute Frost because they did get shafted on that one. Although that is counteracted by the first test. But it counts. Alright, let's get our worker out and rebuild this. And then we will move over to disable this. Then we will move over to Meteorain. Okay. Where's our... Okay. So let's take a look at our Absolute Frost dudes here. Coming along nicely. Do we have any fires? We do not. Alright. Good thing we have a lot of slabs. So let's get another Xenolord slab from down here. Alright. Nightmare is repairing. And the Jormuntides look pretty good. Let's go around 10k here. They do have healing potions, so they will continue healing back to full while we summon. Alright. 10k, 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 and 10k. Alright, cool. Let's get Nightmare out of here. So that's 7. Let's get our mounts. Alright. Let's let him roam about around a bit. Don't want him too clumped up. This Jormuntide is just an awkward pal. Alright. Let's do Absolute Frost test number 4. And get the hell out of here. Okay, we got a freeze Absolute Frost first here. This is doing good. Same situation here. We've got one off to the side and then a bunch of them clumped up. Okay, this is okay. This is good because we have the fuck off attack happening, but happening a little later in the fight. So look what happens here. Whenever he goes off into the air, a lot of them clump up. No unfortunate behavior there. This Dark Wisp shouldn't do that much, should it? They eat all of it, so just a lot of damage. Got an Omega Beam here. Thankfully, it's normal Xenolord and not the Ultra. Bunch of trees dying. Okay, Absolute Frost number 2 here. Good. That's actually pretty good. It actually stopped him from charging in. The Absolute Frost acts as a physical barrier, which is nice. Meteorain, good. This is a good positioning for Meteorain. It's not too close to the others. As you can see there, Meteorain's hitbox it's smaller than its animation. In case you ever need to dodge it. Good, he's wasting time on this guy. So I think this is a more favorable situation for Absolute Frost. We don't want to cut corners here. We've got a death. And it looks like they will be making it past the 1 million mark. Absolute Frost round 3 here. Good damage. Decent. Okay, another fuck off, but that's okay. They're gonna survive that, no problem. Okay, another casualty here. Still a bunch of them alive. Dark ball here. Blast cannon. Ooh, another death. A Dark Wisp. Should be nearing the end here. But we should be getting one more round of Absolute Frost. Yep, here it is. Okay, it's doing good. Can they make it to the stagger? I don't think so. There's only one Jormuntide left. Alright. Okay, so he's dead. And now boss is trying to come for me. I'm failing, so let's just reset. Okay. Alright. Let's get, oh, I left my Nightmare in. Alright, so we're done with Absolute Frost for a bit here. Let's do 4 Meteorains. We're not going to worry about the Absolute Frost guys, so let's put them in the back. We're not going to waste any resources on them. So let's put them in the back of the pal box, and now we're going to be focusing on the our Meteorain guys. So let's put them at the top here. Let's do 4 runs with them, since I have a lot of labs to go through. Okay, so let's check everybody is good on health and buffs, and let's rebuild the altar here. Okay. All right, all the fires are put out. Everything looks repaired. Looks good. And let's put our, let's get our Nightmare with us. All right, Jormuntide Ignis with Meteorain. Test number 1. I'm gonna do 4. We're gonna give him a bit to settle down. All right, let's go back up here. Let's see how Meteorain compares. Meteorain just hits a lot of times. Obviously for less damage. So we got the fuck off attack here. Okay. Now none of these tests are making it to the ads phase, so it's hard to get a good comparison of how it's going to do. But I would say this, against a wave of ads, Meteorain is going to be better, just because it guarantees hits across a huge area of effect. So, especially against Dark Pals. Okay, we've got Meteorain round 2 here. So yeah, he only takes 1,000 to 500 damage per. Alright. Got our first casualty here. Obviously, take into consideration, he's not weak to Meteorain, so. If Meteorain can do similar performance, then that's not good for Absolute Frost, frankly. Alright, we got another fuck off attack here. Aimed at, not at me, okay, good. And a casualty probably? Nope, not yet. Okay, got another Meteorain, okay. Down to 1 million here, almost. 2 casualties. Because again, I want to reiterate, Xenolord Ultra is weak to ice, so that's going to contribute a lot. Oh, we got a big casualty. That was pretty big. And Dark Ghost should finish this guy off. Got another Meteorain here. Okay. I think this might bug him out. He's gonna try to hit the cliff. Oh no, he actually made it in. Whoa. Cool to see. Meteorain against Jormuntides should finish him off. Alright, we got 3 minutes and 1.1 million. Reset the PAL box here. And do Meteorain test number 2. Let's get our builder PAL here and put out some fires. Alright. Let's resurrect these guys. Yeah. So this is basically a single target test here. Let's resurrect these guys. Everyone's looking good on food buffs. Resurrect these 3. Good thing to keep in mind while we wait for them to heal here. The numbers for Meteorain, we will be doing. I mean, you could say, okay, well, what if you use Meteorain in something that's weak to Dragon? Then it's dark. Then you would give it a 50% increase in the results, because again, this test is favorable to Diamond Rain. So that's kind of what I'm aiming for here. Like if Meteorain can get close to the performance of Diamond Rain, then you'd have to take that into account too. So that's what we're looking for here. All right, let's go again at 10k HP. So the issue with this test also is that the other raid bosses are either weak to Meteorain right off the bat, like Bellinor, or it doesn't really work on them, or it's like Blesmo Ryu, which resists both of them really, or is neutral against one and resists Meteorain. So Xenolord I think is a good test. Also he kills them quicker. So all right, let's go again here for test number 2 of Meteorain. Let's get the altar back. Okay. Let's do round number 2 with Meteorain. Whoops. Alright. You guys are doing? Hanging out? Alright. Round number 2 of Meteorain. Got the first wave here. It's Meteorain against Meteorain. Charge cannon here. Now keep in mind, Meteorain will do a better job clearing out the ads, obviously, as we've seen. And then Absolute Frost so far seems to be doing a little better in the single target department. Another fuck off attack here. Oh, it's aimed at me. Okay. Man, a lot of clumping up. Meteorain here, second wave. I don't want to get hit by that. we should be getting another round of Meteorain here soon. All right, we have one casualty here. Meteorain round 2. Oh, okay. 1.1 million. All right. So it looks like, despite the fact that there's no weakness at play here with Meteorain, they do make it to almost a million here. All right, and then this is the last guy. Oh, that missed. Wow. Not often that raid attacks miss. All right. That is the last one dead. Dismantle. All right. Let's rebuild here. All right. Let's resurrect some pals. All right, and then we can get, we've got to do 2 more Meteorains. Okay, let's continue the test here. We have 2 more Meteorains to go. Sorry for the edit here, but I had to take care of an emergency. So we have 5. We need, that's too many. All right, so we're gonna have 7 here for Meteorains. Meteorain. And then let's make sure everyone has food buffs and healing. Should be good. Let's get this guy up. Food buff. Okay. I don't want anyone getting hungry. So we left it off. We have 2 more Meteorains to go. So 2 more slabs. Let's get these guys in here. So far, Meteorain is behind. It's only getting to a 1.1-ish territory. However, that said, remember, we're only doing neutral damage against Xenolord. So at the end of the video, once this is uploaded, I will be going through the numbers and seeing which one's more effective. Okay. So we've got 2 more Meteorains. Let's summon this guy and back off. All right. So far, Meteorain has made it to around 1.1. We've got an immediate fuck off attack, which is going to put a hamper on things. It's going to slow down a lot. But that's okay, it's part of the test. Counter Meteorain here. So he dodged basically the entire first Meteorain wave there. So I'm not expecting this one to do as well, but it's okay. Okay, we got 1 casualty here. An Omega Beam. Omega Beam's so weird, sometimes it barely hits anything. Well, it hit a tree, so there's that. Jormuntide trying to dodge there, flee for its life, but it's not working. Alright. Another fuck off attack. Okay, we're at 1.2. So in the video description, you'll find basically the math for each test. It's kind of a rough approximation. It's not going to be perfect. And I was thinking of doing this on tower bosses, but I don't know. I feel like tower bosses, it's hard to find the... Like, I could test on, I guess, basic Zoe, but she might die too quickly, I feel like. So I don't know. Like, one Meteorain might kill her immediately, so... And then hard type Zoe is weird because he has an ad. Alright. So this was not the best performance for Meteorain. However, consistently what I'm seeing here from this test is a big takeaway. Meteorain continues, even under bad circumstances, continues getting to 1.1 million. Boss is trying to get to me. We're going to disassemble Palbox. Everyone here is dead. Alright. So let's do one more Meteorain. Builder out here. Kill these guys. You guys shouldn't be here. Okay. Alright. Build this. And then let's resurrect everybody. Okay. Looks good. And then we're going to do our fourth and last Meteorain test here. So again, take into consideration that if we were testing this against a target that was weak to dragon damage, you have to take that into account. And then see how the numbers look like. Because I wasn't expecting Meteorain to do so as well. Can we get any water pals here? Alright. Alright. Let's wait for our guys to heal a bit here. We're going to go again at 10k HP. Alright, thank you, Pancake. It's good for now. Let's put our slab here. Okay. Because the way I'm seeing it, like I said before, Absolute Frost is doing a 50% damage increase against his target. So that's a very important factor to take into account. It's quite a lot. All right. We should be good to go with these. Let's get the very last slab here. Alright. Looks good. Let's summon this. Fucking off immediately. Whenever that happens, it's probably unfavorable to the move, because obviously you're dodging a lot of the initial wave, but that's okay, it's part of testing. Even with that, Meteorain seems to make it consistently to around the 1.1 mark, even missing out on a whole wave of them like that. Meteorain round 2 here. One casualty. Another fucking off attack. I swear, this boss loves spamming. Really loves spamming. It's really funny. It's like, the devs don't really know how to design anything that doesn't have a teleport attack. Think about it, every raid boss has a teleport attack. Teleport and laser you from the sky, basically. Very similar design there. More Meteorains coming in, and I will say it is, frankly, it is pretty impressive that Meteorain gets to 1.1 consistently. That's a good sign. And then I know I'm aware this is not a perfect test, but just to get a benchmark. Because the way I see it, if I'm gonna breed a unique skill onto a bunch of pals, it had better be worth it long term, like not just against dragons. Got a Dark Wisp coming in here. Okay, and then one Jormuntide left. Should die shortly here. And I think that should do it. This should kill him. Alright. That concludes the testing. Let's disassemble here. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I will see you in the description where I'll be posting the breakdown of the numbers and what the numbers look like with and without the damage penalty. Thanks again, guys, and I'll see you next video.